Hello, everyone. I'm King Hart. Subscribe to my channel, please. I am here. I want you to, everyone, at least once a week or twice a week. I am here to discuss our issues in the community. Subscribe to my channel. Um, I want to give a shout out to the Honorable Judge Joe Brown, and I also want to give a shout out to those who are in the YouTube in the media apparatus who are having him on their platforms where he can kind of go over some good kingship dialogue with you and to try to settle in some knowledge about in terms of his experiences. And he's a real king in our community. He's the Honorable Judge Joe Brown. I really appreciate that because he's breaking down things like our grandfather or dads would do, but this guy is a professional of the law. He's a professional of the law, and he's right next to whatever anybody could be in terms of government. He's a judge. He's an icon. He's been a judge. He's with his own court. I mean, and he could be the mayor, the governor, then the president. This is honorable. This is honorable. The Honorable Judge Joe Brown. I mean, when talking about political science, this is something that this man has as a study, as an expertise, and also as an intellectual in terms of what it really means as a self-preservation. And this is what groups do in terms of political science, social science, whatever science they're in. Groups have self-preservation, not just institutionalized requirements, which Judge Joe Brown have also institutionalized requirements in terms of as a judge. But now him basically coming in the culture circle of knowledge and politically astute in our realm to share and disperse and to convey messages of self-preservation and also to challenge those in terms of coming against what a society of people are deserving that belongs to him. Judge Joe Brown is us. He's the American Negro, and he's practicing self-preservation. So anyway, thank you for that, because I really appreciate that. And he's giving us words. We're talking like our dad and all that kind of stuff. And I want to talk about the LGBT agenda, because I've been seeing that. And I got a few sons, and I got sons that are one LGBT and stuff like that. And we know about the community surrounded, know people in it. And our message is, listen, you are a man first. You are a man. You are not going to follow the idea of everyone else, because in that community they have a certain now lingo, and what they have a certain lingo in a certain where it's a get along gang. Like Kwame Brown say, go along, get along gang, where all of them are acting genteel, feminine, and out in the public, and some of them going so far till they want to be like a spectacle. And I told my sons, I said, the two that I talked to about it, I said, listen, you're not a spectacle. He got mad at me. He was crying. You're not a spectacle. He was doing what he saw somebody else doing because they were supposed to be friends. I said, no, you are beautiful like you are, no matter about your sexuality. You are beautiful the way you are. And there's a lot of people that are my age, at least about my age, and maybe a little younger, I don't know, about my age, because I'm Gen X generation. And they that are LGBT who are not in the scene, who will say, hey, wait a minute, I don't agree with this, hey, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man. Man, I like guys, but I'm a man. So there's a group of gay people out there who are understanding and subscribe to the wake up, but they are attracted to what they're attracted to. And it has nothing to do with people getting involved, like the Honorable Judge Joe Brown said. Do what you want to in your house, in your bedroom. Everybody done got their freak on, I guess, but you got to be a man. It's the way to do things. A man is somebody who take pride in his family and community. Like, I'm thankful he said that, because I didn't even look at a man in that way, the epitome of what a man is. But that is the epitome of a man. I learned that through some classes I took a long time ago, but I heard it again through the Honorable Judge Joe Brown. That's what I did. I got my boys out in the community. We picked up paper. We picked up trash. They got to the point where they understood when they saw something that looked bad, they would come tell me. They said, Dad, hey, Daddy. They call me Daddy. They don't call, some of them, two of them call me Dad, but they're Daddy. Man, Daddy, they moved over there, they put all that trash in there. I said, look at them funny. When you walk past them, look at them funny. Because we live here. I'm telling you, we live in this place. You look at them funny. You don't socialize with them and laugh with them when they do that. That friends they had visiting threw a cup out the car. I said, you don't let them do that. You tell them, hey man, we live here. Hey man, we live here. We can't do that over here. We'll get looked at. No, don't put that there, man. Put that in the garbage, man. You don't see nothing else on the ground? No, man, my daddy have a fit. Blame it on anything. But do not let people come in your community and deface it that are connected to you. And if you see it, and this is what see, we grow up that way. Next generation, we had our grandparents from the civil rights. So we're different. And not all of us are different. Some of us, the war on drugs destroyed a lot of black men. They got on drugs and stuff. So they don't have the same natural respect in terms of decency because of being on drugs. And that's what the drugs were for. That's what crack cocaine was all about for the black men. We get it. Because you got all our black men down here walking around on corners begging for stuff that's in their 50s and 60s and some 40s. Some even younger. And then they got another drug, Tina, what they doing, because, a lot of white people doing it, but then black folks trying it too. And then they out there, they can't afford that drug, and then it makes them want to have sex and do everything like that. And people buying them and they stand on the corners. Well, see, that's the war on drugs. And I'm not going to phase off into that too much, but we understand what I'm saying. Now, this is what I'm appreciative to. Have some balance. A man have balance. I enjoy opening the door for my females. I enjoy opening the door for my sister, my mother. We got to enjoy protecting with our muscles. That's a beautiful thing that we own as men. We're not going to be that boy said, "Ooh, girl, that's too heavy," like he a girl. But that don't look good to me. I don't like it when you do that. But I know some guys you walk into, they're genteel, they're not my children, and I can't really face off on them, especially with this LGBT thing going. And I'm not going to be hard to someone, but if I can get close to any of them, what I'll do is share with them that you are beautiful in your muscles. You are beautiful in your intellectual muscles and in your physical muscles as a guy. This is your glory. Like a woman, her is her glory. Your glory is your strength, man. Like what you want to like. Skateboard up and down the street, whatever you do, ride your bike, but glory in your strength. You can be yourself by being yourself. This is ridiculous what they doing out here to black men and trying to use Lil Nas X to even promote it more in our communities that we're supposed to be docile and that our masculinity is a toxic attribute in our social construct. So we can docile ourselves down and we can't put the fear of God in our boys. And we can't deposit in them which they should have in a natural way, in a supernatural way. Oh, hello, sir. Good morning, sir. I'm so sorry, ma'am. And all of this. Understand that, but see, I understand customer service. I'm top tier. I've worked in customer service on the phones, at home, did customer service in person. There's a way to be top tier in terms of that. But you don't have to. You can do this in top tier customer service. Hello, good morning. How are you today, ma'am? Welcome to the Ritz-Carlton, ma'am. It's certainly a pleasure to serve you today, ma'am. And thank you for serving with us today, sir. You don't have to be a girl as a guy in the public to be soft and docile just to be accepted in the public. See, we're not going along with that get along game. That's a lie. You're taking your beauty away from you as a male, a black man at that. You're not a white man. You have a different culture and nature anyway as a black man. We have some kind of masculinity that's natural to us, that's a little bit more in depth. That's just who we are. And people don't like it because they're not that way. You cannot change the culture of who I am within respect because you're not that way. What kind of world do you think I'm living in as a black man? I got some friends that's my age that are white people that, I call them real friends, but I know people that been around me and stuff, and sometimes I see them look at it. And I can tell that they look at my masculinity like, hey, wow, well, that's who I am. Yeah, brother, you need a shoulder to cry on. I'm going to be strong enough to hold you up. You been fighting, you shouldn't be in, and you a young little G or whoever, I'm about to tell you how it is, how I experience life. But I can't do that if I'm running around and stuff like a female. I get to look at you and say, hey, bro, I know y'all got to fight, you and your boy. I told my neighbor's son that I said, you and your boy got to fight. I said, but y'all are best friends. It's going to probably make y'all closer. But I told him you can't be fighting your friends. Y'all supposed to be homies. He was, oh, my homie. I said, yep, y'all had a little knock in. I said, I can see your face. I said, hold on, let me get something to put on your face. I said, but let me talk to you, man. I said, let me talk to you, man, about having your homies. You don't fight with your homies. But because y'all did fight y'all brothers and y'all probably gonna be closer. But as a black man, I can convey that message to him. He needed that. Nobody else was there to do that because he black. And he's a young person. I think he was about 24 when it happened. But he lives with his woman, his children, and he needed that in the community. He didn't need me to be up here or somebody being up here. Oh, I hope y'all get back friends. He got you right there. No, he needed to know how that truly exists. He was looking for guidance. Rather, and if it had been another way, well, the person ain't this homeboy would have been like, well, hey, you got to protect your territory. You did what you had to do. Glad the police wasn't involved, but you don't need to be shaking hands with folk you got to fight. But that's how you talk to boys. I don't care how I may sound next few minutes, or I'm acting up, or I'm being a comedian or whatever. But at some point, you have to understand that there is a anchored power that we have as men. And we have to believe that, know that. And that is they're trying to take that from the black man. It ain't got nothing to do with, and see, I really like the Honorable Judge Joe Brown because he talked about it in the white community too. And it is in the white community, but that's why they got all the little Kyle Rittenhouses and people shooting up schools and churches because of the docile spirit and the men not correcting their children and the boys, the white people, the children want to tell the family what to do. And they take their car away from him. He go home and shoot the whole family. I know a white guy that lived in Michigan. He got his car took and he went home and shot up the people because they took his car. Because they took his car. He had no business with a brand new BMW, fully loaded leather seats for graduation. That cost almost $100,000. Give that boy should have had a regular car, but they giving their children stuff and loving on them in a way in which their children are not masculine really. They own stuff, but they're not really masculine. You know what I'm saying? But when you own stuff, you can pretend whoever you want to be because you own everything, right? But it's coming back on them because that masculinity is something that gives you a certain type of respect for yourself and your family. It gives you a lot of confidence, built-in confidence that comes from structure where you believe something outside yourself. You there as a protection. You know you can be a protector outside yourself. You don't get the whine. You don't even want to. It's not a part of you. It's not a part of your social construct. If it happened, it was bloopers. You get to laugh about it and say, girl, man, you talk to your girlfriend, hey, I was crying last night. I had to lick him. Oh, baby, don't worry. I know what, yeah. But I meant what I was saying. But, you get to be that way. You get to mirror power as a man. That's a perk that you have. When the women sitting around in my family and they got some too heavy and they tell us to get in and pick it up, we feel special. We're like, they need us to pick this up. They can't do it. All right, okay, hold on. Hey, come over here and help me with this. All right, where do y'all want us to put it at? Because we can do that. What the hell is going on today? You think you're going to take the masculinity from our boys without our permission? You got to be crazy. Then they have no life. We know that we're lions. We know that our children are lion and lioness people. I'm not finna make my child docile down. Okay. Yeah, corporate is cool. Yeah, okay. Go to corporate, respect the halls of corporate. Okay, I get it. But you are a man. Oh, so what the world supposed to come to? Everybody with the nature of a female, and then we all fall in love with each other? So white supremacy, you're going to change the structure of the world now? So everybody is docile down, and we don't even get the glory in who we are and get to be liked in who we are. And this goes for you gay guys too. Gay people too. So all y'all out there acting like girls, so basically y'all some dykes. Y'all ain't no other man masculine enough to be with you. But another thing I want to say about that, I do understand that the producing of children. I don't say, okay, if you gay, you don't have no children, then I'm mad at you. Okay, there are some people who would do that. I won't do that. You have the right to be who you are. But you ain't got the right to force it on nobody else. And you don't have the right to come in with an agenda that's been marked for you to take without being corrected in a war, a social war, and a political war. And they don't realize it, a lot of people. But I do. You can be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And see, it's not that many. I think it's more heterosexual activity than homosexual whatever activity. So you get to, children get born. But for you to say you're going to draw up on the board for children that are below 8 years old and give them a idea of sexuality when their minds ain't even supposed to be on that for the next 10 to 20 years, we don't know what's going to seep into that. They might could have been heterosexual, but now they got ideas. You show them the bump on a male's back and telling them it's okay. That's a vow. Like that girl said in the movie, girl, that's a booty. Okay, but that's what you're saying. And it's okay. He's built beautiful. And then look, boy, looking at it, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to talk about it. Because it's stupid. Grown people are supposed to be involved with that. We like what we like. You got some guys that are both. Okay, that's your business. You and your female, whoever y'all having fun, that's you. Get it on. Hey, pour your favorite drink. When you get through, make sure you do politics. Because we in war. And make sure it don't leak out into the public where you had to relax yourself a certain way. That's fine. But for you to have an agenda, and it's a political agenda, and we got to look at it in our media, and our children got to mirror the thought of this before they even understand how to really be kids and really grow up and be children and play games in school and go and be a part of this or that, soccer or football. That's what they supposed to be doing, trying to show you that they out there and they did good tonight. Don't worry about it, y'all lost this time. Not worried about their sexuality. Man, see, that's bullcrap, what they doing. But that's from black men, and I know, I'm going to tell y'all something else. A house divided against itself will not stand. Racism is going to cause this country to be in shambles all the way. And black folks talking up because we getting ready for it. We already see what's going on. This house is divided. It's coming against itself. You let these immigrants in here, and these middle-class white men don't even have plumbing jobs now. Some of them. And I know that for a fact. I seen them struggle. But I ain't saying that I'm taking up for them because I got my own bear to cross. I got my own fight. I ain't even got reparations as a descendant of slavery. So I really got my fight. But you're going against yourself. You got people in this country now, and you got your white boys here, and they ain't growing up to be real men, and all of this convolutedness going on here. There was a white guy in Atlanta went down here and shot up 3 other white men on a golf course. They don't usually do that, or it's not reported. I'm trying to tell you, the America's original sin, is not accounted for with us black people, descendants of slaves, for what you have done to and how you anchored us, our orthodox, against this nation and around and under this nation as a people. She's a pig. You are in trouble with the nation of God's people that come from priesthood. Y'all better act like y'all know this. This is serious business. You better respect and honor the citizens of slaves and black people in this country who have batterized this country to a world success. Everybody come here looking for the American dream off the Negro's experience, and he doesn't get his full due in terms of the liberties of this nation by law. That's unlawful. He don't get his constitutional rights. You giving it to someone else, and then telling him he need to act like a girl and bear no children. He suffered the war on drugs by your operation, hanging on trees. People now jumping in his commentary in mines, telling me, oh, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. You're not supposed to be able to talk to us like that. That ain't even your business. What I'm dealing with the government and my blood debt and litigation is not your business. I pay taxes. And my group does too. We can't hardly pay back our college tuitions. We pay taxes on everything. You don't get to tell us what the government is doing with us with our historical suffering. But we got people doing it because we don't have no laws in place and no policy in order legislatively to that respect us, that something bigger than us can say, hey, wait a minute. We cannot continue to demise those that are individually connected to slavery and black people, because we have a culture, and our culture has been anti-black. Honestly, it have. And you'll deny that. You will come to this channel and anywhere else as a white person and some black people and say this not true when it's evidence. We have, it's in your face, and you will tell me it ain't true. That's how heinous this is. But you know it's true. And I have to use certain talking points for you to say, well, yeah, you were right. But you came to me to deny my suffering first, as though I wasn't nothing. That's what's going on. You build up a nation against a people. You build up a people against a people. Who's gone unprotected. And you think you're not going to suffer that in terms? The universe is speaking. Politically, it's speaking. Intellectually, it's speaking. You're going to have to respect black people. We're a priesthood. People come here off the morality of our endeavors, our morality, our legitimized movements. They get laws, and they come here and raise themselves in protection while we suffer. Oh no, that's very unorthodox, and there's a karma with that. Really, it is. So black people, continue to talk, continue to rise. Again, Honorable Judge Joe Brown, I usually be here 20 minutes on my talk until I get my other equipment. I'm happy about what we're doing as black men and as a family, as a community. I am delighted in my soul and spirit, and I'm going to try to be a part of that more and more each day and educate myself and my community to look forward to ring the bell for a success and a buffering for ourselves and a balanced unit. Thank you for joining me, King Hart.